Hey guys, what's up? So here we have the Data Frog SF2000, and out of the box you get a 16GB SD card, and it's got a few systems and quite a lot of games actually. So let's go down the list of systems. FC, Famicom or the Nintendo NES, Super Famicom or the Super Nintendo, the Sega Mega Drive or the Sega Genesis, Nintendo Game Boy, Nintendo Game Boy Color, Nintendo Game Boy Advance, and then MEM, which is the Multiple Arcade Machine Emulator. And as you can see, they come with hundreds of games per system, so let's just go down that list. So the NES comes with 868 games. You press the start button to see the full list, but they do show 4 featured games in the front end. So I'll just press start, and then you can see each of the games has some box art. So there's lots of Contra games, Double Dragon, whatever this Hot Blood, Mega Man, Donkey Kong. So I'm not going to scroll through all 800 games, but I think with 800 files on there, you're going to get a good selection of all these Famicom games. So you just press select to come back, and then let's go to the next system, the Super Nintendo or the Super Famicom as it's known in Japan. Same again, we have 4 featured games: Final Fantasy VI, Sonic W, not sure what that is, Kirby Star, Ghouls and Ghosts, I'm guessing. So you press start to see those 1167 games, and again I think 1167 games is probably enough to give you most of the collection of Super Nintendo games. So we can see a lot of these games are on there, and then once again we press back to get back. And then the next system is the Sega Genesis or Sega Mega Drive. We've got Sonic, Comic Zone, Shinobi 3 and SF2 as the featured games. And then we press start to see that list of 912 games. So I think, again, 912 ROMs files is going to be enough to get you the full collection of Genesis games. Let's just back out. Game Boy, so we have Zelda, Kid Icarus, Tetris and Bionic, so I assume that's Bionic Commando. Again, we have 1142 games for the Game Boy. I think that's most of the collection, so that's pretty good. Again, we press start, and again all of these games have box art, which is quite impressive for this budget handheld. Let's go to the Game Boy Color. 1112 games. We have Asterix and Obelix, it looks like, Blade, Bomberman and Hamtaro. Let's go into that list. Again, yeah, all of the games have box art. Pretty good. Let's come back out. Game Boy Advance. Now, 762 games is probably not the full Game Boy Advance collection, but it's showing Pokemon, Fire Emblem, River City Ransom, and Mega Man Z. So I think it's Mega Man Zero Mission. Let's press start. So we have a lot of Pokemon games, a lot of Fire Emblem, Castlevania, Rockman, Mega Man Zero, Advance Wars. So there's quite a lot of games there, but 762 is probably not the full Game Boy Advance collection. And then finally we have the MEM emulator, which is the 204 games, arcade games. Most of these are going to be Neo Geo, CPS2, Capcom games, or CPS1 games, maybe some Naomi games as well, so Dreamcast arcade games. We have Metal Slug, we have Dino, not sure what that is, Samurai Showdown, and KOF 97, which is King of Fighters 97. So let's go into that list. So we see a lot of King of Fighters, we see Samurai Showdown, Metal Slug, most of the Metal Slug games look like they're there, lots of Street Fighter games, Fatal Fury, Aliens vs Predator, Art of Fighting. All of these have box art as well. Final Fight I saw in there, Marvel Superheroes, Marvel vs Capcom, Nam 1975, which is a Neo Geo game. And then, yeah, it looks like there's a lot of games in here on the arcade collection, but probably not the full set, because 204 games is definitely not the full MEM set. Now, with this console, that's all you get. So I think for $22, not too bad. In my other video, I said that the Super Famicom and the Game Boy Advance emulators are not perfect, so I would treat those two systems as kind of a bonus. But I would say that the MEM and the Game Boy systems and Mega Drive and NES are very playable. So I hope this helps you in your purchasing decision if you're considering the Data Frog SF2000, and I'll see you guys in the next video.